Would you like to tell us how we met?
This was very funny because at the beginning we met in the school that we work in Colombia, in Chia. But it was funny because I always remember this moment in my life because you arrived, and I was crazy that you arrived because I thought that you were the new English teacher, and so
You was thinking,
you
okay,
remember? You
yeah, I
remember?
know. That's why I asked you. I want that you share it.
And so, you are the new English teacher. This is your classroom. This is this, and this is that, and these are your students. And at the end, you say, I am not an English teacher. I am the math teacher. You remember that time? And I say, oh, because we were waiting for you and for the English teacher. Like a little happy when you arrive because I say, oh, I'm free. After this, we started with our friendship. It was amazing. We met all Bogota. And I always thank God because I met you.
Yeah.
It was a very good, yeah.
It's not possible to see each other every day like as before
No.
because we are not working together. Even we are not in the same country right now. I'm in Turkey. I back to Turkey. You're in Spain. We have different life right now, but it's not important. It's really not important. Bugünkü konuğum İspanya'dan Aniello. Kendisi benim çok yakın arkadaşım. Daha önce Kolombiya'da tanıştık. Yani benim en iyi arkadaşım öyle söyleyebilirim. 1,5 sene kadardır İspanya'da yaşıyor. İngilizce öğretmeni. Nasıl deneyimler yaşıyor onları paylaşacağız. Hello Aniello. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you because I said in Turkish, he's my best friend. And I'm so happy to have, having you here. That's so important for me.
You always in my heart because you are a very, very good person, and I always remember many things that we live in Colombia. What about your Spanish classes?
My best friend, who is Aniello, actually offered me, no, actually not offered, I offered,
Yeah.
always have time for you and for learning Spanish, okay? So.
Sure. We will do it. We will do it soon. I promise. I'm promise. As you said before, very, very good introduction from Venezuela. I study English as English teacher, and I have been teaching for approximately 9 years. In Venezuela, then in Colombia, and now here in Spain, in Valencia. I have a good news because next week the children will be able to go out to the street. Oh my goodness, children! I have like I don't know, 1 month especially without seeing children on the streets. Only dogs and adults and dogs, but no children. So this day I thought, oh my goodness, where are the children? Children are disappear, are not on the street. So it's good to know that government took the decision to permit that they leave. They stay on the street for at least 10 minutes.
Here in yeah. Turkey, they are not allowed to go out. They can't go out. The children's no.
Next week they are going to permit to the children stay at least 10 minutes. Not to go to the park or special places, but let's walk through the building.
My dear friend, I want to back to our topic. Tell me please, which age groups do you teach? Where do you teach right now? It's like a college or institute, a language school? I don't know.
Yes, I am working with 2 different systems. One is an institute. It's like an academy, English language academy. It's with children. Only children, and one special girl that she's preparing for different tests that she presents, and it's only grammar, but with small kids that they are like 8 and from 6 to 10 approximately. Yeah, but the methodology in this is just that they have fun. They have to learn English for fun. So no that they get boring just for we have a book with stories, and the grammar is very, very simple. I try to teach them with videos and small conversations and describe this and no very, very hard grammar. I am not focused to teach them grammar, just that they learn words and they can express things.
So how do you teach your courses now?
Group is just conversation. It's a conversation group. They have a level like a B1. We only have conversations. Very, very simple video because well, it's not simple at all, but because we have to all the time we need to improve that they speak. With the kids, I use videos. I have a platform that is called VoiceCream, and it's a private platform. So I found on internet.
So
And
I want to learn that you have everyday class with them. Like you are
no,
working as
no,
before. How is your working
no.
hours right now?
No, with the children, I only have class twice a week.
Okay.
1 hour, just 1 hour. So we have 2 hours per week. And with the other students, with the workshop, we only have 3 hours per week.
I want to learn. How do you do that right now? How do you evaluate them?
With the children, we have our format to follow if they are learning, and of course we have a book. We have a book that we have a online book, and we follow the content. The evaluation is simple because with the children, you only need to describe in it's not quantitative, just you qualify with words. If he needs, we have advanced or intermediate. It's not difficult with the children. Of course, you know what you have to write in the description of the evaluation, but it's not with numbers. Not with numbers. And with the workshop is very informal. Um, they are adults, so they don't need that you give them a number or you don't have you. The feedback is private, so you can tell them, you have to practice this or maybe this. But the evolution of the students, for example, with the adults, is it's very private, so you don't have to. It's not formal. Children, yes, we have a final test. But as I said before, we evaluate with very good and excellent. These are the evaluation that we have, not with numbers. Here in Spain, the evaluation start with 1 to 10.
Are the students willing to attend this course we online?
Yes, yes. They all of them. I I had these classes in a classroom before these crazy things that are happening before the coronavirus, and just to decide not continue online because I don't know, maybe they didn't have the computers or something. I'm sure it was because of this, not for other.
Do you think lessons are efficient?
I think yes, because well, there was something that I never tried, that it was to have group classes, online classes with groups. I never had this before. It's my first time. And at the beginning, I thought, this will be difficult because how I'm going to do this? But they are a little, proactive. But in the classroom, in the online classes, they are very quiet, of course. And in my experience with online classes, what one-on-one, yes, focus. They are focused on you. You don't have anything around that is bother you. So I think yes, that's because well, for example, with the children, they are always interested because they are um we are playing all the time videos and music, so they are always like paying attention what they saying or what the video is saying because it's Disney things, for example, or small video clips about something or an interesting artist. I have to be, of course, very careful with the sounds because you know that sounds nowadays are not very good as we had.
Okay. How does the manager supervise you?
Mm, that's an interesting question. I don't know. The only way that they have to supervise you is ask to the, for example, in the case of the children, is ask to the parents. Because I realized these days or the beginning of the classes, the first classes, that the parents were around. You know, they were watching my classes. Of course, you didn't watch directly. You didn't watch them directly, but you know that they were around because you heard, or I don't know, an hour like this near or something. So I think that director or manager didn't supervise us directly, but the parents, yes. Parents, for example, children. In case of the adults,
Mhm.
of course, they themselves supervisors, because they if they know of, if they have any something to tell, immediately they call to the institute, for example. If they are not, if they don't feel comfortable with the things that we are doing, or with the thing we are saying, I'm sure that they call directly to the manager. Um, Maybe we are doing bad things with the students, but we don't realize directly, because it's common that many students didn't say anything to you.
Yes,
So
that's true.
you know, or you got information because other, or the director knew this because this student told him. We have to be careful with the classroom, especially online classes. I try to be careful, especially with the videos that I play, for example, or with the songs.
This is another problem
Yes.
for us. For example, when you are teaching via Zoom or Skype, whatever, and students can record your classes and they can
Uh,
publish everywhere. So what will you do?
yeah,
For example,
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
what can we do?
Well, the first thing that we have to tell is not allowed to record classes. It's important to maintain that information at the beginning of the class, and tell, for example, in case of kids, or children or teens, say, that it's illegal to record classes. For example, here in Spain, it's illegal.
How does the Ministry of Education work in this pandemic in Spain?
But I don't work in a formal school, so the things about the minister that she said, I am not very sure about the things. If in this summer, this coming summer, if you want to study or recover classes during July or August, as not an obligation, but you can, as a student, you can assist to the schools and recover the classes that you consider are important. Is that she said that, well, it's not an obligation, so of course, any other, no, any student will go to school if you don't say that it's an obligation. If you say that it's not, you want to come, if you don't want, so it's okay. So any student will go there. So it could be better that if you said, okay, this summer we will try to recover classes like math, for example, or chemical or science, that are very important subjects.
I also want to learn about general pandemic situation, how is it going in Spain.
At the beginning, we never thought that it was like this, that it was like global thing like we are living today. From one day to other day, the president said, okay, nobody go out from the houses. Stay at house. It was shock. It was shock because I never thought that Spain was living this situation. The supermarket was crazy, so everybody left to the supermarket as a crazy, take the things, no food around, a lot of line off the street for to take. I remember the first time that I went to the supermarket, there was a huge line outside, and when I entered to the supermarket, the people with the carriage, the trolls, sorry, the trolls full of food. So what happened here?
Balu.
Yes.
Diyor bak.
Vale, ven a saludar a Rabia. Ven a
Sí,
saludar.
salúdame.
Ven, ven, Balu. Balu, ven aquí.
Bueno, ven aquí. Un perro negro.
Un perro negro. Sí, es negro.
Si quieres, vamos a continuar en español.
But you know that my cousin still live in Bogota. My
Ah,
cousin.
okay.
The man that you,
Right?
yes.
Okay.
These days I talked with him and he said that in Colombia, in Bogota, you have to go to the supermarket just in one day that the government said to you. So just for example, in your case, according with how is your ID, and so if your ID ends in one, so you only have to go to the supermarket on Monday. Day and time. So they said what time you have to go and what day. So I called him and he said, I have 2 hours to buy food and this is my last day. You maintain the distance outside, but when you enter to the supermarket, you don't respect the distance and you start walking near the other and just.
Okay, my dear friend Aniello, thank you so much for coming to my channel.
I hope that the information will be good for you.
Thank you.